featuring a rerun of a Worthington Cup game that never was. Gareth Southgate's happy the Aston Villa captain has only bitter memories of the original tie at Upton Park.
When I missed, I was A, annoyed at that, B, annoyed that we'd conceded so late on because, you know, we scored with 30 seconds to go.
Not that it mattered, the appearance of Manny Omoyimni, who'd already played in the competition for Gillingham, meant the match was wiped from the record books.
I didn't think we should replay it. To be fair, at the time I felt that the player who we made the mistake with played no part in us winning the game.
So it's back to the future in the Worthington Cup. West Ham against Aston Villa for a place in the semi-finals. There are nationwide league points at stake in the Black Country tonight. Playoff contenders in the studio too. Andy Townsend and Ron Atkinson were here for take one. They're back for take two tonight. We'll hear from them later. So, thanks to little-known Manny Omoyimni, Aston Villa are back in the Worthington Cup after being knocked out 27 days ago. Omoyimni's 8-minute cameo cost West Ham their place in the last four and helped transform the fortunes of John Gregory's side. Since then, Villa have won 4 out of 5 and progressed to the 5th round of the FA Cup. A place in the semi-final of the Worthington Cup now beckons. Your commentator at Upton Park is Clive Tilsley.
Now, where were we? Ah yes, Gareth Southgate's luck has certainly taken a turn for the better since he was put on the spot here last month. He scored 3 goals in his last 2 games, more than in the last 3 seasons. Shaka Hislop saved his penalty but almost missed his replay, just managing to wriggle out of international commitments with Trinidad and Tobago on the other side of the Atlantic. Don't worry, he is eligible. The West Ham side shows 4 changes from the first game 4 weeks ago. Paolo Wanchop is a notable absentee. Neil Ruddock is only a substitute after all. Harry Redknapp is still without half a dozen key players, but Trevor Sinclair did pass a late fitness test. Dion Dublin, who thought he'd won the first game with an injury time goal, misses the reunion. So Paul Merson moves up alongside Julian Joachim for the first time this season because Benito Carboni is cup-tied. And talking of cup-tied players, West Ham's Manny Omoyimni is now out on loan to Scunthorpe United. A change of referee, it's Jeff Winter. There was a kick-off here a month ago where we played to a finish. Instead, we start all over again for a place in the 2-legged semi-finals at the end of the month. Lomas with a header forward towards Di Canio, and Lampard trying to get there. And Barry just shepherds it back to his goalkeeper David James. West Ham haven't won in the 4 weeks since the first encounter. Aston Villa, who are in the dark shorts tonight, haven't lost. A bit of a mix-up involving Steamats and Foy. But whereas Aston Villa progressed in the FA Cup and leapfrogged West Ham in the Premiership table, West Ham's season has hit a little bit of a lull. John Gregory's touchline ban began here last month. The official part of the sentence is over now, but his players have asked him to stay in the director's box. It won't last. Omas selling pot short. Now Merson. Which towards the near post where Steve Stone was gambling. Villa scored here in the opening 4 minutes in not dissimilar circumstances in episode 1. By Foy, away by Ekio. Merson trying to restore some order, but dispossessed by Lampard. Box to Di Canio. Coached in towards Cole. Well, he managed to steal in front of Watson. And Joe Cole operating from a starting position on the left-hand side. We'll be hoping to get into goal-scoring positions of that kind. Boateng. Stone scurrying forward now. Got some support here. Joachim. Julian Joachim shot off the post. Oh, and it just wouldn't quite run for Paul Merson. Aston Villa and Julian Joachim in particular, desperately unlucky. Here's Trevor Sinclair, on by Dicanio. Chance for West Ham to counter. 4 in the break, but Boateng breaks up the party. But Julian Joachim, who has only just regained his place since Dion Dublin's injury, steered that angled shot full against the post, and Paul Merson, following up, almost managed to turn in the rebound. Minto to Lampard. Now Ferdinand. All the way back to the last man, Stimas. Ferdinand to Dicanio. That's clever. This is Sinclair now for West Ham, who just couldn't quite get the ball out of his feet. It was a rather sprawling, clumsy sort of challenge by Barry, but it's not penalised. Jeff Wyndham had a pretty good view of it. Dicanio just changing the pace and the direction of the attack, but Sinclair never quite had it under control. He was sort of helped on his way by Barry, who was pushing and shoving a little bit. But it had run away from Trevor Sinclair. The legs tangled too, as did their arms. It was a lean more than anything. The way Harry Redknapp saw it. Stimas looking for Sinclair. He almost found him too. Southgate just headed it off at the pass. In the way this time. Dicanio trying to help it on its way, doesn't need to. Here's Lomas looking for Lampard, goalkeeper committed. Frank Lampard! Breakthrough for West Ham United. They were never ahead in the first game. They're ahead now. David Dent came an awful long way, and Frank Lampard beat him in the rate of the ball. Lomas fed it. Southgate played them onside, and Lampard was there first, and just cleverly held the ball over James and into his empty net. Boy over the top towards Sinclair, flag is raised. It was a tight one. Plenty of elevation on Bowe's pass. Oh, I'm not so sure, you know. I'm not so sure. Going to have been unbeaten during his 28-day sentence up there, alongside Steve Spry, the company's chief executive. But not the message being passed down to his assistant, Steve Harrison. Watson to Stone. Watson's ball in. Marcel trying to turn. Lampard saw him off. It's Stone. Wasn't the best of angles. Frank Lampard did well there to see Marcel off. Stone arriving in a hurry, couldn't control his cross shot. Sliced it well wide. Cole. Minto. Dicanio. Wrong foot in Watson. Got an attacking cross. Lomas! It was a smart save by David James. Smart header too by Lomas. Steve Lomas got up in support of Paolo Dicanio there. Directed his header well. Just a reminder to Aston Villa as they push forward in pursuit of the game. Ekiog seeing off Di Canio this time. Lampard forward. Ekiog's there again. Stone. Lost out to Cole. A little pirouette turn by Joe Cole. He has lovely balance and he's scampering forward here with menace. Joe Cole! Finish a little disappointing compared to the excellence of his approach work. But he is a naturally gifted individual, and let us not forget he was 18 in November. Become a regular in the West Ham side in the last couple of months. Clever little spin which took him away from the defenders, and then on he went after Minto had held it up for him. Really get hold of the shot. Brought his mum Jean to Upton Park last season, John Gregory, because his late father was a West Ham player. Deep in thought then, he's got plenty on his mind at the moment. Southgate to Stone. Corner kick off Minto. Both Ekiog and perhaps more significantly Southgate have come forward here. Thompson takes. It's towards Southgate! Oh, he almost did it again. Lampard smuggled it clear. Di Canio on the break, he's got Cole up with him. Here is Joe Cole. Got Lomas steaming forward to his right. Sinclair's up there too. This is Cole, he does have options. Tries to place Sinclair in and he chose the wrong one. Both Lomas and Di Canio were better placed. Lampard really felt one there when he made that clearance after Gareth Southgate almost stole forward again. Lampard scooped it away, somebody went in a bit late on him. Somebody was Hugo Ekiog. Doug Ellis. There's only one, Doug Ellis. Time starting to run out for Aston Villa. Taylor forward. Won the ball but couldn't direct it now. It must have got a clip there off a West Ham defender because the corner kick has been given. Taylor was up well, but he just sort of grazed the back of Igor Stimac on its way out of play. Alan Thompson to take. Gareth Southgate's there. Taylor! Aston Villa level with 10 minutes to spare. And just as in the first game, when Frank Lampard scored for West Ham, Ian Taylor has scored for Aston Villa. And Gareth Southgate again made an impact in the opposing penalty area, but a beautifully struck volley by Taylor has equalised for Aston Villa with just 10 minutes remaining. Well, the goal that he got here was the first of a run of 4 in 4 games for Ian Taylor. That was effectively chalked off, but it is his 7th of the season. He hit the bar for the club in last Saturday's FA Cup tie, and he's hit underneath the bar into the roof of the net with an equaliser in this replayed Worthington Cup quarter-final. Sinclair felt he was fouled by Barry. Was it shoulder to shoulder? No, it was a nudge, and it could have been far more dangerous, as well as that he hit the microphone and not the advertising hoarding. Free kick is indirect for what it's worth. In towards Foey, out as far as Stimac. Well, he got a late winner in, or a late equaliser in West Ham's last game at Newcastle a week ago, Igor Stimac. There's some good work in the other penalty area tonight. Southgate. I wonder where he is on the list of penalty takers. Right. Thompson got hold of it. Oh, but so did Shaka Hislop. Just managed to help Alan Thompson's powerful drive, which I thought it may have taken a deflection, but it was just hit with the outside of the foot, I think. Swinging shot, in which Hislop managed to recover and help on its way. It's a good save. Is it the final action of the 90, or have Villa still got something up their sleeve? Thompson drives it in, Sinclair drives it away. Only as far as Boateng though. Ferdinand clears this time. Barry's header. 90 minutes up. Haven't we been here sometime before? Frank Lampard gave West Ham the lead, but again a late equaliser, this time from Ian Taylor for Aston Villa, sends us into extra time. We'll be back after the break for that extra period. The extra time period last month was fairly uneventful in truth. The penalty shootout which followed was not. Neil Ruddock was one of the West Ham scorers. Very good friend, maybe. I don't think you can do that in this competition. Boateng has done well here. He has support. Who was caught late by Steemats. Boateng is still down. Maybe a yellow card for the Croatian international, Igor Steemats. Barry with the free kick. Header on by Ekiong and in by Joachim. Aston Villa take the lead. Julian Joachim has got the goal. Less than 5 minutes of extra time played. And is that the final curtain on this drama? Quick reactions from Joachim after Ekiong had risen so well beyond the flailing arm of the West Ham keeper Saga Hislop. All he could do really was just react, and he just managed to steer it beyond Hislop and into the net. And as Joachim spared everybody the agony of penalties, is that the goal that takes Aston Villa into the semi-finals? Will be at the back of his mind, but all the agonies now of the moment that he sent Manny Omoyimni onto the field. Must be racing back. It's not over yet though. Cole in towards Lomas, down towards Sinclair, couldn't quite reach it. And Ekiong, having made a vital contribution at one end, makes a nobble at the other. Lomas has done well against Wright in the air, not surprisingly. Di Canio to Lomas. Trying to feed it through. It's Paolo Di Canio. Now, did the goalkeeper catch him? Yes, penalty. Well, I don't think there's any doubt that Di Canio was looking for it, but neither was any doubt that he got there ahead of David James. The doubt in my mind would be, did James make contact with him? Yeah. I think he did. You could say Di Canio was going nowhere. That is not relevant to the decision. He was there first, there was contact. Contact Di Canio was looking for. And contact Di Canio will now try to make the most of from the spot. He scored twice from the spot here last month, once in the game, once in the shootout. It's Di Canio against James again. The penalty shootout comes early. He saved it! David James throws himself to his right, keeps out Paolo Di Canio's penalty. The drama goes on in this Worthington Cup quarter-final. And Aston Villa and James still have their noses in front. Colin Calderwood is coming on in place of George Boateng. Di Canio takes the corner in towards Foey, and James, who saved from Trevor Sinclair in the shootout last month, has now more significantly saved from Paolo Di Canio here in extra time. Lomas. Di Canio. pretty precise shot by Joe Cole, just trying to stroke it and curl it round David James. Side of the foot, came from behind some defenders. James got down pretty quickly. Marcel's touch, Taylor. We've got Thompson free to his left. Ian Taylor's going on, and that's that. Clear daylight for Aston Villa, a clear view of the semi-finals, and Father Christmas has delivered to John Gregory. Down and out of this competition before Christmas, but now surely up and through to the last four. And Ian Taylor, for the third time in this tie, has struck for Aston Villa. And surely this time it's decisive. It's come with less than 2 minutes of extra time to play. And after two dramatic nights of nip and tuck, Aston Villa have some breathing space. They lead by 3 goals to 1. Steemat's forward towards Ruddock. Di Canio, blocked by Calderwood, cleared by Taylor. Now Barry looking for even more. Steemat's though is there. Lomas. Minute of stoppage time at the end of extra time. Lampard, Lomas, Di Canio. Roddick is there, beaten to it by Ekiog. In fact, it is a goal kick. Full enormity of what was in effect an administrative error is now beginning to sink in for West Ham United. Rio Ferdinand forward. In sight of a place in the semi-finals in a competition in which Football League clubs are having to say this season whoever won this quarter-final was bound to be one of the favourites to progress to Wembley, and who knows, maybe into Europe, but the first will be last. The story has been rewritten in the second draft, and Aston Villa, a beaten team here 4 weeks ago, are a winning team tonight. What happened last month will be wiped from the record books. It will never be wiped from the memories. But this is perhaps not the night to count the cost. It's a night for West Ham to lick their wounds and for Aston Villa to celebrate their first major semi-final since 1996, the year they last won this competition. They go through in extra time of a contentious replay by 3 goals to 1 at Upton Park. And that, I suspect, is that this time.
7 matches unbeaten, you've suddenly become a good manager again. Semi-final of the Worthington Cup.
I don't know about that.
Semi-final of the Worthington
well,
Cup.
we've, you know, the players have without doubt gone and done it. They're the ones that deserve all the credit, the way they've gone about their jobs. And, you know, they were under pressure, as well as me. I wasn't the only person that was suffering. They were suffering as well, and they were having to go out there and actually do it. You know, I sit up in the stand and sit back and enjoy it.
Have you dwelt on what happened in the first leg, or was that just football?
I've dwelt on it every day since it happened, every night, obviously.
Yeah.
You know.
And this makes it worse.
Of course, if we'd have won, it's, you know, it'd been forgotten. But unfortunately, we haven't. And Yeah, no one's more disappointed than I am about it, that's for sure.
Let's get it out of the way. Forget about that penalty miss now. You're in the semi-final of the Worthington Cup. So from a personal point of view, as well as captain, that's a bit of a relief, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean,
Vanished to history, that one.
Yeah, I mean, the game's been null and void, so hopefully it's all expunged from the records and everything. But I'm just delighted for the boys because you know when something like that happens, it wasn't a problem to me personally, but I felt for the rest of the lads who'd worked so hard on the night.
It was a great equaliser. I mean, Gareth Southgate did really well at the back post.
I'm surprised he didn't score the way he's been going lately, but yeah, he's nodded it down great for me, and I've just hit it, and it's just flown in.
But that sums it up, really. Without Dion Dublin, you're looking a little thin up front. It's left to people like you and Southgate to score the goals at the moment.
Well, that's it.
2 of the 3.
Yeah, I mean, forwards have been working really hard. You know, the goals haven't been coming, but they've been coming from elsewhere. As long as we're scoring, you know, it's okay.
But it would have been a different story if David hadn't saved the penalty.
Tremendous save, yeah.
Di Canio has taken his last 2 penalties the other way. So how did you work out he was
No, he didn't.
Last 2 against me were in the same place.
Yeah, but he's taken them there.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's justice at the end of the day. I have gone down, obviously, to get the ball. He's whacked it past me, and as he's passed me, he's kicked me. So it wasn't me trying to bring him down or anything like that. And as I say, I think it's a bit of justice.
I'd just like to make a special mention to Dion tonight. If you're watching the big man, that was for you tonight because he wished us luck. He rang me up today before the game and wished us luck. Of course, he played in the first match down here and thought he'd scored the winner at 2-1. So that's for you, big man. A speedy recovery, please.
I think we'll all endorse that here as well. Let's have a look then at the semi-final draw as it's shaping up there. Bolton Wanderers against Tranmere Rovers, and it's Villa against Leicester or Fulham, of course. They play on Wednesday night. Andy, with that draw there, the semi-finals as they look, and Aston Villa emerging tonight as 7-4 favourites. It's looking good for them, isn't it?
It's looking very good. You know, what a difference 2 or 3 weeks makes. It's, you know, as John said, all credit to the players. They've worked very hard. They've turned their season around, and you know, rightly so. They're now favourites for that competition. I thought Leicester, if it was going to be against West Ham, I fancied Leicester, but I've got to say I fancy my old club now.
On their way, Ron, but this evening there were a few stumbles before they finally got there. There was a contentious penalty incident before West Ham got on the score sheet. I know we've had some difference of opinion in the studio.
Yeah, I think on this one, as you see, Trevor Sinclair, great ball from Di Canio, but just there, I think he knocks it out of his feet and loses control, and he more or less takes up the space Gareth Barry wants, and I think that's why I wouldn't personally have called a penalty on that.
Clumsiness, but
there we see, that's a good threaded through ball, great run from Lampard. Now, you'll ask question marks about Big James, who played well tonight, by the way, but you'll ask question marks, did he commit himself too early and present Lampard with a fair chance of scoring? But, you know, full marks to Lampard, he took it ever so well.
And then, Andy, of course, Villa got right back in there. Ian Taylor, who's worked ever so hard, hasn't he, for
yes,
Aston
he
Villa.
has, yeah. He's been exceptional of late. And it's a good header at the far post. Gareth does very well under a lot of pressure from the West Ham lads. That is a terrific strike from Ian. Keep your eye on it, keep your head over it. And as you'll see, Shaka Hislop's come through a ruck of bodies, but he's got no chance. He's passed him before he's even got a chance to react. Great finish.
And then Julian Joachim.
Yeah, this is a bad defensive mistake from the West Ham lads. Two of them under the same ball. Julian's just in the right place, just got a little flick on it. And again, it's past Hislop. If you see Stimac and Neil Ruddock, no, they've got it all wrong. Hugo's got across the pair of them, and Julian's just put a head on that.
Where that is nice for the Villa, you know, it was a terrible foul, wasn't it, on the halfway line that led to that by Stimac.
Of course, it was always destined to go to extra time, wasn't it, this one? That was in extra time. And then there was another incident which did result in a penalty, and I know there's a difference of opinion between both of you on this one, and the more you see it, the less you can make your minds up, I think.
I think on this one, I know that the big goalkeeper thinks that he didn't foul him. I think if you see Paolo Di Canio there, all right, from there it looks a cert penalty. From here, a little bit of sympathy for the goalkeeper. He has touched him, but I think Di Canio was in control of his run there. I think if the keeper hadn't put him off, he'd have gone round the keeper and scored.
Andy, you weren't.
No, I think that's justice. Great save. I think that Di Canio wouldn't have stopped that ball from going out for a goal kick. For me,
Di Canio, he'd have got it easy.
For me, unless he's able to actually keep the thing in play, keep it under control, I don't see a penalty there. No, I think the referee
but wouldn't any
got that one
striker
wrong.
in that position?
Oh yeah, everyone would go down, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it was a penalty, and for me that's justice.
So poetic justice in a way what happened there. But Taylor, we've got to say you've admired his work rate and what he's doing for Villa, and
absolutely
nice for him to get on the score sheet again.
Yeah, he's great at getting forward, and you know, there's three shirts around him. Not the greatest defensive work, I must say, but that's a terrific finish. It really
he might have been their best player tonight. You know,
yeah, he was.
They were very, very good, and he deserved that. I mean, you'd have to ask questions. If Rio Ferdinand's going to be an England player, defending like that, then we have got a few problems, haven't we?
But overall, though, we have to be very pleased for Villa and their result, especially after the fiasco that's led to this game.
Definitely.
OK, well, the Worthington